YouTube, welcome back to my daily. Like and subscribe. I'm bald now. How's Orion? He's good. He's pretty much lost vision in that eye though. The earliest appointment I could get for him was the 20th. But I can still fly him. I talked to my sponsor and he knows people that took game with one-eyed birds. So he'll be fine. I'll just keep flying him. Just see how he adapts.
Smile.
He'll have to learn to adapt. So will I, but it'll be cool. Okay, let's see. Lots of updates for this week. I've had a really long week and also a very long day. Today, let's just go through the week. Do you want good news or bad news first? Bad news. Okay. Bad news is I went to the rehab center on Tuesday. Ella was there on Monday. Ella did a session with the crows on Monday. Crows were fine. Tuesday, Costello was super lethargic and wobbly and like not able to balance. And so I brought him into the center and the earliest appointment we could get was the following morning at like 8 a.m., right? So Ella brought them home for the night. She brought home Abbott and Costello for the night. And Costello didn't make it through the night. That was on Tuesday night. So we were left with Abbott. We brought him to the vet anyway. Costello just for a wellness exam. He's a year old. And you guys know, like, Ella and I have been working with those birds for about a year, extensively. It's our first training project that we did together. We've put in an absurd amount of hours into those birds. Taught them both to fly. Literally taught them to fly. Taught them fist-to-fist flights and taught them crating behaviors. We taught them both how to weigh themselves, to use the scale, whatever. So it was like a huge blow. And also really hard for Abbott because they're super social birds and they can't live on their own. Was Costello the one who made baby noise? They both make baby noises. Abbott still does. But anyway, so that happened. They're doing a necropsy at Texas A&M, and we will find out within 3 weeks what happened. My hypothesis is that it's like zinc poisoning or something, because he has no physical injuries whatsoever. So I really have no idea what happened. Yeah, prior to seeing them on Tuesday, I hadn't worked with them in at least a week because I'm not at the rehab center. Ella's there 6 days a week, so Ella does all the sessions with them now. Yeah, still super shit. Like I said before, when I've had bad news with animals, exotics are just hard, man. Like the animals that aren't supposed to be kept in captivity, they just, like, shit just happens. It's so shitty. It sucks really bad. So that was early on in the week. That was really hard. So we'll find out within 3 weeks what happened to him. Good news is about half of my day today was spent on this. This is Serrano, and this is jalapeno. So Serrano had his name before, and so we are just calling him jalapeno because the names match. Jalapeno only has 3/4 of an ear. For whatever reason, it's just cut off on the top. They were both rescued from auction yards. So otherwise, slaughterhouse donkeys, dog food donkeys. Serrano was rescued about a year ago. Jalapeno was rescued maybe about a month ago with the group of 40 that we raised money. Actually, he was one of the ones that we raised money for on that one stream that I did at the facility so that they could go rescue them. So they met today. I have yet to touch them. Yeah, they do buy them from auction. I've yet to touch them because they're scared of people. Not only are they not haltered, they don't know anything about halters and they've never had a halter on, but you can't even touch them. So me and Ella had to herd him into a little holding pen today, and we had to herd him into a separate corral. I had a equine transporter come and do it with me because I'm just terrible at backing a trailer. And so she backed into the corral, we loaded Serrano, and then we went and backed into the other one and loaded jalapeno, and they came back, and now they're at Alveus. And pretty happy. So they'll be here for 30 days. After 30 days of like kind of a quarantine period, just to make sure they're all good, I'll bring Acero over to Alveus, and then Stompy's going to be here like next weekend or so. The dog is still here. I told S-Fan that he had until Thursday night to tell me what he wanted to do, and I didn't hear from him. And then Friday morning, he messaged me that he thinks he wants it, and I haven't really heard from him since then. I don't really know. I think that the dog is staying here, and Simply and Slick are gonna co-parent, and then I am her uncle. So I will help them, and I will take her outside every now and then, and I'll play with her, and take her to the property sometimes, so she can run around with my dogs on, the acreage. It's like a dog park. If at the end of the month I'm doing most of the care for her, then we're not going to keep her, because I will take care of a dog if it's not getting taken care of, and I can't do that to myself right now. I just have way too much going on. So they're very aware of that. But Simply and Slick are doing a great job. This morning, I woke up at 8 this morning, which is not anything crazy. And I went to Alveus, took care of all the animals because Ella doesn't work on Saturdays for Alveus. Went to the property, took care of all the animals. Annie is there. I don't know if I've told you guys about this. I think I have. There's a viewer who messaged me, and she wanted to paint a mural in the nut house at Alveus. So she's doing that right now. She started a couple days ago. She's at the property. She's been painting. She's moving fast. It looks so good. She came over last night and hung out and whatever on the Reddit. I don't know if it was on Reddit. That was a while ago. Maybe. She emailed me. Ryrie, thank you for the 2 months. So she's been working, which is sick. I saw her today. And then I went from Alveus to the rehab center to pick up Ginger. Then I went to an event, it was weird. It was like a farmer's market. And there were so many people walking around without masks, which I guess is like becoming a thing now. But it's so weird to see. But the rehab center set up a booth today at this like farmer's market downtown. And so I brought the owl to do some education stuff for a few hours there. It was fun because we were across from 2 booths. And the 2 booths, one of them was Keep Texas Confederate, which, what the fuck does that even mean? And then 20 feet away, not even 20 feet away, there was a Black Lives Matter booth. So it was fun to watch. I was only there for a few hours, but it was pretty crazy. It was like, there was a sign that said Keep Texas Confederate, and I was like, that doesn't even make... And then there were also signs that said, like, preserve Confederate monuments in Texas. And then the Black Lives Matter booth had a sign, a poster facing the Confederate booth that said, like, what did it say? Deconfederate Texas? Is that what it said? Maybe it said something else. It said, like, maybe it was a play on words, but it had Confederate in it. And it was a shot. Anyway, so that was that. Does your shirt say Sag? Yeah, it does. It's Layla's merch. She dropped it off for me yesterday. She gave me this and a sweatshirt and a t-shirt. It's cute. I like it. Thank you for the 6 months. Bad vibes on that shirt. Yeah, I guess. Layla, Leyla on Twitch. Layla. I have a question. Today, I met a chiropractor at the event. And I knew he was a chiropractor, or I found out he was a chiropractor because we had Speedy the tortoise there. And Speedy was hit by a car, so he doesn't really have use of his back legs. And he was feeling Speedy, like the back of his shell, for a really long time, just like symmetrically with his hands. And I was like, what is this man doing? And then one of the guys behind him was talking to him, and he's like, do you feel it? Do you feel it? And I was like, what are you guys, like, what are you feeling over here? And he said he was trying to feel for the block. And I was like, the what? The block. And he said that any animal with a spine can be adjusted. How would you adjust a tortoise through the shell? Is that possible? Does anybody know? Is that a thing? I mean, I don't think any of you are chiropractors, nor am I. But I don't understand. I understand. I've had my horse has had chiropractic work once. And it actually did make a difference, for the record. But I can't figure out in my head how you would adjust a tortoise. It is not a soft shell. He's a sulcata. How would you adjust this? With force? Hammer and nails. All right.
Nintendo was shot by skeleton.